Jordan Love,
just throw far.
yeah, Jordan Love has some athletic ability that's like, hey man, if he has time to sit, how does that hurt us right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm with
And
you.
I get it's hard for Packer fans because we were one game away, and it's not like we obviously didn't lose a barn burner in the NFC Championship game last year. Let's like not beat around the bush. We got our butts kicked. And so everyone wanted that win now talent. And I've said this and I've always believed this. If you are a playoff football team and you get a late draft spot, you are drafting for future and you get win now talent out of free agency and trade. And unfortunately, it doesn't always work out the way you think it should. Like we signed 2 players that were filling the positions that everyone said were our biggest needs, wide receiver and inside linebacker. We went out and signed Funchess. We went out and signed Kirksey. And everyone wants household names, but Funchess was going to be a very solid guy for us, and he opted out. And you can't, I mean, he has every right to. That's his prerogative. He probably had very good reasons to do that. And then Kirksey got injured right away.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get Goot doesn't get to choose how that goes down.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to choose who gets injured and who stays healthy and who plays and who opts out. And they've been obviously doing just fine still without those guys. And then Kirksey comes back and the defense starts to improve a little, whether that's Kirksey or not. It obviously like things are, and we've got guys from the draft that are making an impact now, whether people like to admit that or not.
Yeah.
Which they don't like to admit that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on the Jordan Love thing, think about with you and your brother. You got to start basically at the beginning of Favre.
Yes.
And by the time that this is all said and done, that's 30 years of the best back-to-back quarterback transition in NFL history. A lot of success that's happened in those 30 years is because of those 2 guys. And when you get a guy that's blinking red hot, that this is the best potential to be the next guy a few 2, 3, 4 years down the road, you grab him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I always like to say this when we're talking about Joe Burrow. If Love sits behind Rodgers for 3 years, like Rodgers did behind Favre, and starts that next year, he'll still be younger than Joe Burrow is starting this year.